Welcome back, YouTubers. This is Congrex's Prime coming at you with another episode of the Prime Directive. This will be episode number 2, and we're going to be talking about update 19 of State of Decay 2. We're going to have two other content creators again are going to be here adding to the to the vodcast as Red wants to call it, and one of them is going to be Red Kuga, UK, and also my boy Bunndee Gamez with a Z at the end of it. So if you guys want to say hello before we get the show on the road, guys, Bunndee.
How's it going, guys? Anxious to get this started talking about update 19.
Red, I know this is super early for you, but
Good morning.
good morning from the UK, huh?
Good morning from the UK. Let's get cracking.
Get the cracking. All right, cool. All right, guys. So we all watched the either the live stream or a video of the live stream. I did both. I went through the video twice just to see if I missed something because I was busy doing other things while I was listening to the first time. The second time I was kind of less interrupted, so I was able to go through the whole video slowly and pause and take my time with it and dissect it a little bit so that I can formulate a few questions and we can get a kind of like the same Q&A thing we did with our speculation of the trailer of State of Decay 3. So since we're on the subject of State of Decay 3, if you haven't watched the first Prime Directive, I recommend you do. There's a lot of cool stuff we talked about. We speculated. It was a fun thing, and but we touched up on a subject about State of Decay 3, and we kind of hit some notes. And one of them was how long the game devs had been working for State of Decay 3, and how long it's been going on in the shadows. And we had a discussion, and some people were saying that State of Decay 3 was just starting production last month or recently. And I said it's been going on for years, as in plural, as in more than two. And well, as of today, we got confirmation on the cryptic stuff that the devs put out very early on the Update 19 video. So my first question is to Bunndee. What are your thoughts on what they said about State of Decay 3 bright and early?
Well, if anyone remembers, that was one of the things that I said that I didn't think that they were going to say much about State of Decay 3. They were going to basically was going to dodge it as much as they could, but they did have to address the fact that it does exist. They did have to address the fact that the teaser did go out, and they did exactly what I thought they were going to do. As far as the time frame, um, it's commonplace nowadays, especially for a franchise, especially if the developers and or the company behind them, in this case Microsoft, if they want to grow their franchise, as soon as that new game drops, they need to start, brainstorming and getting in rooms and talk about what they're gonna do with the next game. So it's not surprising that they have been working on it at least a year, possibly a year and a half to even, close to 2 years. So yeah, it's not surprising. I mean, State of Decay 2 has been out for 2 years in May. So
That's
yeah,
correct.
it's not surprising that they would have been working on it. It's just a matter of how much they've got done and how much backing um, Microsoft has put into it. Like, one of the things I think people need to understand too is that when a major corporation like Microsoft purchases a development house, it's like, and I always talk in threes, there could be more scenarios to that. But Microsoft could have taken them and said, look, this is what we want in the next game. Give them a checklist, give them a budget, tell them exactly what they want them to do. Second scenario, they could have came in and said, look, we like what you guys are doing. We got a couple of things we want you to put in the game. Here's your budget. Let's go. Third scenario, they could have been like, okay, we love what you guys are doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Any resources you need, we got your back. Go. So, it's just a matter of what scenario, a combination of the three that Microsoft took with Undead Labs. We don't know. We may or may not ever find out. But
Yep.
yeah, that's
I'm
my
hoping.
long-winded explanation.
I'm hoping it's more of number three than the other two because when
Oh
other
yeah, the
companies,
first one that would
the
be
first
bad.
one's that'd be the worst one, yeah, the worst case. But I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think they have full control, so I'm assuming that's the case. Red, what's your take on this?
I still stand by what I said in our first podcast, and that was I don't think it's going to come out until the back end of next year. Because they were talking about the fact that they were still going to do updates for State of Decay 2, and Jeffrey Card mentioned the fact that they had things planned for next year. So for the fall, for the winter, and going into next year. How far into next year? Who knows? But I still think they're going to wait until the end. And a lot of people also think that it's going to be for Xbox Series X, and they're bringing out an S as well. And I was talking to Bunndee about this, and that's going to make it a lot more reachable for people, the fact that it's on PC, so it gives them a little bit more work to do if it's going to be digital based only also. So I'll still go back to my original answer in the fact that I think it's going to be the back end of next year. It didn't surprise me that they weren't going to talk about it. It didn't even surprise me, that they weren't going to sort of give too much away. I think to a degree, Jeffrey Card was saying months, and I think it was, a bit longer, because if he'd have said years, there would have been uproar, So, who knows? Who knows?
Well, hopefully it's sooner than later.
Yeah.
I'm kind of impatient. I would like to see it sooner than later, but we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, I would like the game to be as successful as it can be. And if they need to take 2 years, let them take 2 years. If they need to take 3 years, I'll be grinding my teeth. My enamel will be gone. But
Yeah.
I'll wait the 3 years. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
as long
And
as
the
they
thing
come out
is,
with
you've got to
something
look at
good.
the financial aspect of it as well. It cost 166 million to get Days Gone up and in the shops. Yeah. Does Undead Labs have that kind of money? Probably not. So they would have had to have some really good funding if they were going to get it on that basis
I
to
don't
bring it up to a decent production standard to keep up with Sony.
I don't think it's gonna go that far, but it would probably be half of that if I'm assuming. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be that kind of game where it's like Days Gone or even the game that should not be named by Naughty Dog because I don't
Yeah.
want to get copyright striked or my channel taken down. So that's why we don't name that game. But you know, or even like a game like what's the other zombie game that's out that's on Sony exclusive? I can't think of it right now. My head's not in this. But let's just say any of the Sony exclusive games that come out, like let's say Ghost of Tsushima 2, it's another game. I don't think it's gonna be at that level. I don't think State of Decay 3 is gonna be that kind of game. I think it's gonna be more of a sandbox experience, or at least we're all hoping it is, because
Yeah.
that's what we all want. But anyway,
Think. Well,
I'm
I mean,
digressing.
yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm digressing. So now let's move on to update 19, guys. I want to touch up on certain highlights of the stream. So if you guys haven't watched the stream from Monday Labs, I highly recommend you do. There's going to be a link to that stream on the descriptions below. Check out their stream. It breaks it down. It's going to give you all the information. We're only going to do highlighted questions and things that I felt were important in that particular stream. So, and we're going to touch up on, some stuff. So I'm going to ask the first question. It's going to be to Bunndee, and it's going to be the Drucker County update graphics. What are your thoughts on that, my dude?
Um, I think it's cool. It's, I mean, it's not going to be a game changer, anything like that, but it's cool that they're updating the map, and they may update the other two maps as well. I mean,
Well,
it's
they
always cool when they keep putting time in trying to make the game better for existing players and new players that come in. So I don't see anything wrong with them.
yeah. Well, they said that they're definitely at. I think it's uh Meager Valley is gonna be the last one. So
Hmm.
what's the other one?
Cascade
Cascade.
Hills.
Cascade Hills. Yeah, man, I'm totally brain farting today. I'm super tired. um, yeah, Cascade Hills is gonna be the next map that they said they were gonna be working on. We don't know when it's gonna happen, but whenever it happens with that. All right, Red, what's your thoughts on that Drucker County update
Yeah,
graphic?
to me, it's kind of neither here nor there. It does it. It's not going to affect gameplay. It's just aesthetical. So it's Drucker County needed a bit more greenery. Um, did it need much else? Do you know what? I don't really know. But it's aesthetical, and anything aesthetical is always going to be good for the viewer to look at and keep them interested in that particular map. And I think a lot of people weren't Drucker fans. They only went for the base, which is the strip mall. So it just gives a bit more interest while you're there, I suppose.
All right, so I'm gonna break a little bit more technical. You guys got some great answers. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get a little more technical with this question. And one technicality with this question is I hated Draco County because every time I drove on the roads there, I would hit invisible walls. My car would go from full health to burning up or nearly burning up, or if not blowing up in my face. I hated off-roading in that map. They supposedly smoothed all that out, so I am very thankful that they did that because I hated that map for that reason. I stayed away from it as much as I could. You're right, the base there is probably one of the top bases in the whole four maps. If you're gonna rate all the bases, that base there is probably the best one in terms of like sustainability, what you can put in it. I agree with you, Red, there 100%. But I go back to something that I spoke of in our previous episode, and I believe that all this stuff that they're working on all these maps and everything that they're working on, they're practicing or they're building templates or they're getting extra greenery or they're getting extra stuff, extra water effects for what State of Decay 3 is going to be. That's I'm always saying that they're building templates and modes. That's what they're doing. They're doing it side by side. So my assumption is that all this stuff that they're testing and they're putting on there, there's a reason behind it. It's just not because they feel like doing it. I doubt that very much because it wouldn't make economical sense for them to just blow money on something that they're just going to use for that map. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's all molding, it's all scripting, it's all setting up code for what I believe is going to be in the next game. But why put a stoplight there? Why set up the concrete the way it is?
Yeah.
You know, why do all these things if you're not making plans for something or
Yeah, but
using the
it's like
motion?
how much difference does that kind of thing make on that particular map? Because it's what I call the blandest map.
It
Um,
is. It is. But there's a reason behind it. I believe that
yeah,
everything, it's very calculated. Under Labs is very calculated. I don't believe that they do things just to do it because they feel like doing it. There's always a reason for everything. You know, there's a reason,
There's actually more than one reason.
what you think, Bundy? Hit me.
Um, I mean, part of it is what you're saying, no doubt. The other part is one of the things that Microsoft has been trying to do, and I'm sure that they're gonna try to do that even more so um, with the new generation coming up, is have a game like Minecraft. That's the reason they bought um, that franchise, is to have a game that you people always come back to and play it and continue to play it. That's what State of Decay is supposed to be a playground. That's why it's not big story content, because it's supposed to be a playground. You're supposed to go in there and have a reason to go back and play it over and over again. That's why when Jeffrey had used that term, a lot of feathers got ruffled because they thought
Hmm.
that State of Decay was gonna go to like
Live service. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, when he
Yeah.
used that, that's what Microsoft wants. But it's just that that particular term, when people hear that, they think of loot boxes, and things
EA
like that.
Sports, it's
And
in the
that's not
game.
what they want exactly. They just want a game that's going to continue to live on and on and on until the next iteration in that franchise comes out. And that's what they're doing. They're like, okay, what can we do to keep this game going until State of Decay comes out? So they got to have content, like he said for update 20 next month. He said it's not going to be a big update, but there's going to be a couple of cool things in there. So, they got it all planned out. Okay, the month after that, we got to do this. The month after that, now in December, we want to do something special, maybe something a little bigger. So they got to hold off on those things. So, you know, that's what they're doing. In addition to, like you said, gearing up for the next game and using some of those assets and transferring it over. So yeah.
That's cool, bro. That's cool, my dude. All right, well, you guys ready for the next question?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next question. It's gonna be shotguns. Do you think this shotgun update um is a cool idea?
Yeah.
You go, Red. You go first.
Yeah. I do. I don't. Well, up until this point, I've never used shotguns. Basically because they were too loud and you had to be dead on in order to be able to bring anything down. So basically where they've changed it now, so a shotgun, when you shoot someone, it's got a radius on it that will help if, you know, you're really in the doo-doo kind of thing, and you've got a horde coming towards you, that helps no end. And the fact that it's a little bit more quieter, they're great for ferals right at the beginning if you're starting out. So yeah, I think it can only be a good thing, and I'll definitely try using them a little bit more now. I know that.
Cool. Bundy, what you got, my dude, on the shotgun
Shotguns,
deal?
I rarely use shotguns in any game that I play.
That's
Now,
it. You're off the panel. You're out. That's it.
okay,
I'm messing. I'm
I said
messing.
Don't
Good.
rarely.
sack him, not yet.
I said rarely,
I'm messing, bro. Go ahead.
rarely. But the caveat to that is, in a game that has dismemberment, I will use the shotgun from time to time just for the fun of it.
Okay.
So if they got exploding heads, if limbs fly off, yeah, I'll use it. But other than that, for a tactical game, I'll rarely use a shotgun. It's just not my play style. I prefer to use pistols or a really good rifle and a sniper rifle
In
if
ballerina
that's
shoes.
available. No, not at all.
The thing is, what you've got to think of is right at the beginning of the game, I always found if there was one thing that I did find, or one weapon I found, it was going to be a shotgun.
I agree.
But I also felt that they were really difficult to use when I first started playing the game. That's going to change. So it's not just for us veteran players, it's for new players coming in. They're going to get a lot more out of using that shotgun than what we did.
That's true.
So it's got to be a good thing.
It's definitely my opinion. I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet. When it came to shotguns, I'm the same way with you, Red. I barely use them because if you shot a shotgun in Nightmare Zone, because that's the only zone I play on, it was like I was letting Drucker County know,
Yeah.
Cascade Hills. Hell,
Yeah.
Providence Ridge wasn't even around, and I was letting them know to come over. So,
Yeah.
when I first started playing. So, yeah, it was definitely a danger to use a shotgun. But in the very beginning of the game, when you have no shooting ability, no stars, and let's say you find a crossbow and I had a shotgun, I always had the shotgun just in case the pharaoh or the pack of pharaohs came in
Yeah.
and you had no, you can't get away from a pharaoh unless you get on top of a van, and that's only a limited solution.
Yeah.
You have to use that shotgun to blow them out, and then you can outrun the other zombies and get the heck out of Dodge and escape. But yeah, you're right. The only shotgun that I ever used in State of Decay 2 in Nightmare Zone to quickly eliminate play cards in a matter of I don't know 3 to 4 seconds was the Dev Grew.
Yeah.
But but we're gonna leave that. We're gonna hold down to that Dev Gru and the shotgun and time to kill for play cards for a much later question that we're gonna get on a hot button topic.
One
So
one more thing. Yeah, the quieter. They're gonna be quieter now. I
yes,
wanted
sir.
to add that in there. That was
Like
one
five
of the
five six.
most important things. That
Mhm.
exactly
Mhm.
equivalent to like 5.56, and they're gonna scatter more.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah, you're
less
gonna hit more
people to
targets.
take out.
It's like a cone of
Exactly.
exposure of 5 meters.
Exactly.
So you're gonna be
Exactly.
able to mow them down and buy yourself more time if you're in a tight jam. So it's actually yeah,
And if I remember
they're definitely gonna
correctly,
be fun.
in
They're
one of
gonna
their
be
other
fun.
streams, they talked about adding more ammo capacity to the
Mhm.
Echo
They did
shotgun,
though.
I believe.
Yeah, they did. They
Yeah.
added. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did. They
they
get
done that in this update, didn't they? They
yes,
said about adding more.
Okay.
7 shots. Yeah, it has
Yeah.
one in the chamber and 6 in the in the rack. So
Yeah.
it'll have seven
Right.
shots. It's actually a half
Right.
decent shotgun now. One that you can actually
Hmm.
use and be the Bunndee special. So
So I'm the
all right.
only person in gaming that's ever played Siphon Filter and Metal Gear Solid. Okay.
No, you're not. You're not, my dude. You're not, my dude. But come on, Bunndee. Come on, my dude. Now you're gonna get like that. All right.
Like
So the
what
next,
shoe?
but I gotta send you some ballerina shoes for Christmas. Though I'm gonna do that. So.
Oh boy. Not the one.
All
Send
right.
me a
So let's
sneaking suit.
a wingsuit.
A sneaking suit.
Oh, I thought you
Like
wanted a
those
wingsuit. I'm
guys
about to
use.
say
They
yeah.
used to call them sneaking
I didn't know
suits.
you roll like that, my dude. We'll definitely get a wingsuit. All right. Go base jumping. Hell yeah. Be the last thing I do. Old Prime be splattered at the side of a mountain. All right, you guys are ready.
Hey, we almost at that point. We're gonna be doing our bucket list, so come
That-
on out.
Oh, I bet we're gonna have to, but you gotta put the
Oh
ballerina
my
shoes on
god,
though.
guys! Bucket list, really? First thing in the
Well,
morning?
Hey,
well, well for him,
I'm not gonna wait until I'm 70 to do my bucket list. Now, come on.
I'm with you, bro. Count me in. We'll wear ballerina shoes while we do it. Deal?
Yeah.
And
All right.
bunny ears.
Ma, I don't. It'll fly off. I don't know if we can hold the bunny ears, but we could try. All right. Let's go. Let's talk about the World War II. Actual. We're gonna touch up on the bundle pack for the World War II. What do you guys think about the weapons first, and then there's one more other sub question after that. So we'll go with weapons first. Bundy, what you think of those weapons? Anything stuck out to you?
They're okay. The only thing that really stuck out to me was the suppressed revolver, even though we already have a suppressed revolver with the Echo one. But
Mm-hmm.
and that Soviet weapon, they're gonna have two versions of that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, um, yeah, that's about it.
I
Not
wish I
not
had the
really a
one.
big deal for me. I'm pretty much like the way I play. I'm pretty much sold with my communities that I have and the weapons that I use. So when they come up with new weapons, it doesn't really strike me that much unless it's something really, really, really special.
Nah, I got you. How about you, Red? What you feel?
Well, I mean, I've got a few of the old ones from the previous pack, which you can now find in the looting area. And I mean, they weren't too bad. They weren't nothing really to go on. It was just looks, I suppose. But they've upped their game by putting a bounty on it, which it's going to be nice to have a new bounty to do. Yeah, for people that didn't get the chance to get the World War II pack previously, it's going to help them out and they're going to have some new guns to play with. But I'm kind of a bit stuck in my ways in the fact that I know what guns I like and what guns I use. Will I try them out? Yeah, of course I will. Of course I will. Be rude not to.
Okay. So here are my thoughts on the World War II weapons pack. The bounties is probably the only thing that I'm super excited about. They were talking about having weapons with the actual Russian gun's supposed to have 71 rounds total. They're saying it only has 51. And I showed something when we last recorded something Red, well, we did that heart, we killed that plague heart, and it
Yeah,
took 29 rounds of 7.62 rounds out of the Stormbringer with a break on it to kill the heart.
yeah.
The Elite Eternal Guard has 150 rounds, right? So
Mm.
why couldn't the Russian gun have 71 rounds? Why would it be OP? That was my only kind of like gripe about that.
Yeah.
The whole weapons pack, it's like, why just, if you're gonna make the gun the way it was made.
Supposed to be made, yeah. I
Don't
totally agree.
don't make something halfway because you think it's gonna be OP. We already have an OP weapon that's not modded, that's in the actual game itself, the Elite Eternal Guard, and it I don't I just that part kind of irked me a little bit. Like I'm kind of like,
Yeah, I agree with that too.
you
Um,
know.
I don't know
So
why.
we're gonna talk more about TTK. TTK is Time to Kill on Plague Hearts, and because we have a hot button question coming up as soon as I'm done with the next phase of this question, because the next thing was the clothing. What do you guys think of the clothing of State of Decay? And the question is more like, do you think the clothing is just out to look good, or there's meaning behind this clothing? Is there something else, like a clue, like a MacGuffin? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what do you think, Red? You think the clothes is just clothes, or there's
I
meaning
think it's
behind it?
just clothing. I don't think there's anything behind it. I think basically because they bought out the World War II pack, they bought out some clothing to go with it. Um, um yeah.
Like
I'm,
like
I'm kind of
the
like,
tank hammer, the tank hammer, really? Like why?
yeah. Why?
Why? That's
I
my
can't
question.
really say that the World War II stuff impresses me at all. Um, um,
I'm not gonna bend over backwards to get it.
no,
It's
no.
just, it is what it is. If I run into it, great,
Yeah,
but
but I
it's
mean,
not something.
there are a lot of people that like that, and you know, I kind of put that out there in the fact that just because I'm not fussed doesn't mean that other people aren't. There's a lot of World War II enthusiasts out there that are gonna love it. Um, right down to the clothing and stuff like that. But as you know, clothing to me is a bit of a moot point at the moment because they're not separates, and I really feel that they should be separates so that you've got that choice as to what boots you wear with what outfit. And if it's military as well, it would be nice to do that as well. Just sort of have a bit of a mix and mash. So,
I got you.
uh, to me, a tin helmet's no good to you if someone can still shoot you out
Amen.
in one shot.
Amen to that one. Bundy, what you think, my dude?
Uh, I didn't give him a thought, honestly. Combat helmet, aviator hat. Uh, you know, they got to put content in there. Like I said earlier, they got to put content every month. That's one of their goals. So I don't think there's a hidden
Meaning?
meaning behind it. But like I
Okay.
said, I haven't given it a whole lot of thought either. So you gonna conspiracy theories on?
Yeah, you know me, bro. It's time to put the conspiracy theory hat on, bro. I think there's always meaning behind everything. So there's something amiss about that helmet. I don't know what the what's the word I'm looking for, man? Um, it's not resemblance, but anyway, the parody that they're trying to go by. There's something there. Tank busting hammer, the goggles with the World War II helmet, World War II fighter pilot, helmet. I mean, are they hinting something? I don't know, man. They could be playing games, or it could just be something as simple as that they needed something. And you're right, it could go either way. So I just always got to play devil's advocate, Bundy. You know me. So
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
those are
I
my
don't
thoughts.
know if they would be putting that much thought into it at this point.
I
That's the
don't
only
think they
reason why.
would.
But yeah, I mean, like I
No, I
said, I
don't
could be
think they would.
wrong on that. But
I think
again, I don't
I
give it
think
much
they're
thought
very
either.
clever. I think they're very clever, man. And they I saw something on those pictures of the chick with the crossbows, and I'm gonna post some of those as we're talking because I'm gonna touch up on this one in particular. The tag that she has on her it's like a nameplate on her jacket. It says Elysium on it. Did you guys see that?
Mm.
That's what it says, Elysium. I don't know what that means, but it's there. The tent has some weird stuff on it too, as well. If you guys pay attention, I'm gonna try to get a zoom up on that as well. I'm talking about this right now, and there's these weird symbols on there. There's meaning behind everything they're saying. They just don't, you know what I mean? They're playing games. Is what I call it, and it gets people like me, like thinking about stupid stuff. I guess to keep us busy. But anyway, that's just the way my mind works. I see patterns, and I just I gotta find meaning. I guess it's like a dog with a bone. You just throw the bone out there and he
Oh,
run get you.
yeah.
So that's me. But anyway, let's move on to the hot button topic.
My dude, you
Yes.
skip one.
What did I skip? I
You
skip anything?
skipped the vehicle handling.
Oh, my dude. Thank you for saving my life. Vehicle upgrades.
Nice one.
That's right. Go ahead, Bunndee, since you wanna, you know what I'm saying, throw some shade on a brother. Go for it.
No, I just want to let you know before you got to the hot button.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's it's. What do you think about the vehicle upgrades? Mine is pretty short. So, what you
Yeah,
got,
it's,
Bunndee?
it's cool. I appreciate it. Now that's definitely something that they're working on to implement in the next game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they want their vehicles to handle better, to drive better, to go over the terrain better. So yeah, that's I'm more excited about that than the Drucker County refresh because I like to drive.
Yeah.
That's true. How about you, Red? What you feel about that?
So when they
Anything that
reworked the
help.
audio, they said too that the vehicles are gonna sound a little bit
Thank God.
different. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that used to drive me crazy. But yeah, whenever they're constantly downshifting when
Uh,
you're going uphill, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah,
yeah.
I got you.
No. Drove me crazy as well. Let's
Yeah.
put it this way. Anything that helps me drive better in this game has got to be a bonus. Yeah. Because my driving has been so off in my videos. And although I didn't do too bad yesterday. But it's always been a complete lag and everything else with Provident Ridge. They said it yesterday, that hill in Provident Ridge is an absolute beast to get up with those vehicles. So, you know,
You know where I'm
also,
going next, right?
yeah, but it helps your timing because you think you've got like 3 minutes to get to that one and you'll be okay, and you get stuck on that hill and you're like, geez, you just can't do it. So all the tweaking and everything is, I'm good for it. I'm definitely good for it.
Well, my thoughts is just the revving of the cars used to drive me crazy. The increased speed is also going to increase, us being able to travel from one side of the map quicker and get missions done
Hmm.
faster. And of course, getting stuck in Drucker County, like I mentioned earlier, used to drive me freaking through the roof. So I'm
Yep.
glad that they squared that away, and the driving experience is going to be much better with all the vehicles. So it's going to be fun driving to Wichita and
Oh yeah.
all those other vehicles again. So it's gonna be fun. I don't have anything negative to say about that, and
No.
no conspiracies on the cars, guys. Except that we know that's gonna be implemented in State of Decay 3. That's an obvious one.
Yeah.
So
I got
hot.
one more thing to add before you go into the hot button.
Oh, okay, go for it, my dude.
No, it's small. It's a small thing. Um, it's a small thing, but I think it's kind of cool. They like when you're looting, you know how they add where you can see all of the boxes, all the contents.
The
Yes,
When
scouting
you go
thing.
into a
yes,
building.
yes.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
appreciate
now
that. I
they made it
appreciate
to
that.
where
Yeah,
when it's in a
Yeah.
different room,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
kind of faded out a little bit so you can tell that it's actually in
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
room. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Good
thought that
call.
was cool, but
Yeah.
that's it.
That was a
Yeah.
good call. It was a good call for you, Bunndee, because I'd forgotten about that. The only thing that disappointed me about that was the fact that they were gonna. I think that's gonna go for scouting in general. I'm not sure if it's just gonna go for the scouting trait.
No, there's nothing new on the scouting tree yet.
No,
They're
and
working on an
which,
idea. So
yeah, which at the moment that is just completely useless.
well, so is most of the shooting in the game as well. Like
Yeah.
assault is worthless.
Mm.
And if you talk about the most worst shooting skill to have is assault, who wants to run assault?
Never.
There you go.
Never.
So scouting, assault, total trash, total waste of skills,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Of course, it's my
No,
opinion.
I totally agree.
So can I get to the hot button topic, Bunndee? Am I
Yeah,
am
go
I
for
good
it.
now?
Go for it.
Yes, sir. I have
All
one
right,
more.
all right, all right. Ballerina shoes off. All right. But pyro launcher, pyro launcher. Boy, I saw some Reddit posts and I read some messages on Facebook, and there's a lot of angry people about the supposed nerf of the pyro launcher. And before I give my take on it, I want to hear what you think, Bunndee.
You sure you don't want to go first on this one?
No, hell no. I want to be the last one.
That's your red hot button.
That's my hot button. But I want your thoughts on the pyro launcher before I fly off the handle.
Not gonna get much because I never used a power launcher. I think I've used that thing once.
Okay, cool.
Honestly, I think I've used it only once. Um, the same reason that I'm not a fan of the Eternal Guard.
Hey man, don't be talking
It
about the
doesn't look
Eternal
like a
Guard, bro.
realistic weapon.
That's not a hot button
Say again?
topic. We're not talking about the Eternal Guard. You're gonna hit a
I'm
soft
just
spot.
telling you why. I don't use the
No,
power launcher.
I got
I
you.
don't use the Eternal Guard. It's aesthetically, I don't like the way it looks. It looks like a toy gun, like a super soaker. So I don't
You
use it.
just call? Did you just
So
call my Eternal Guard a super so? Oh,
yes,
I
I
can't.
did.
I can't wait to do some PvP, bro. Next bloater grenade is coming for you, bro.
Yeah.
It's a fire and bloater grenade.
And the
Uh,
fact that it's only so that they went and did some special coding to make sure it only affects plague hearts. That's it.
well,
That's what I heard. That's what I understand the way
I
they
need to
said
run
it.
some. I need to run some tests on it, but I'm gonna run some numbers for
That's
you
what they
guys
said. So I'm
after
just going
red.
by what the developer said. It's only going to affect plague hearts. So don't you guys worry. Only affects plague hearts.
Well, yes, in that sense. But how I'm gonna let red talk first. Go ahead. I'm gonna control myself.
Because you're going to get on one, aren't you?
It's a hot button topic.
I've
So
got some really bad feedback.
yeah, you do a little bit.
Yeah, so the pyro launcher. I used it a lot at the beginning. Do I use it now? Not particularly. I'm pretty much with Bunndee on the fact that the actual look of even the Independence pack on a whole, like the weapons and everything else in there, I don't use them. I just don't use them. There's better things on there now. For beginners or people that struggle with the game, yeah, it'll help them out because it's OP. It's always going to be OP. That's my honest opinion.
Okay. This is a hot button topic for me. And the only reason I have a hot button topic about this, and I wanted to put this at the end of the video, and we probably need to mute your mic, Red, because it's coming through. You like noise is bleeding through. And the only reason I think that this is going to be a hot button topic, like I was saying, it's because they say they nerfed this for plague hearts, and in all reality, if you guys watch Jeffrey Card kill that plague heart, he wasn't. You don't use a pyro launcher to kill plague heart fast. You use a pyro launcher to kill a plague heart efficiently. So you're supposed to only shoot 2 to like 5, pyro launcher shots directly at the plague heart, and then pause your attack by jumping, and then wait till it burns out and fizzles, and then you do it again, and you do it again. And if you do it that way, it'll take about 20 shots, somewhere between 20 and 25 power launcher shots to kill a plague heart. It takes a couple minutes to do it, a minute and a half. It's not the fastest way, but it's the most efficient way because, as you guys know, when you make pyro launcher ammo by using that mod that you get from the Independence pack, it takes only 2 ammo to make 80 pyro launcher ammo. So you can literally kill 4 to some, depending how good you are with the pyro launcher, 4 to 5 plague hearts for the cost of 2 ammo. There's nothing in this game that's that efficient. But if you're talking about killing a plague heart fast, you're gonna totally unequate the pyro launcher for TTK. there's only one weapon in this game that can one tap a freaking plague heart, and it's not a 50 cal, it's not an elite eternal guard, and it's not a stormbringer, it's not any gun whatsoever in this game. It's not grenades. It's well, there's two. How about that? There's two weapons, but one takes placement and the other one takes, just a little bit of knowing where to throw it. You know what I mean? So C4, obviously, it's a one tapper. You lay down two C4s on either side of the play card, you run out, boom, you pop it, it's done. Right? But it takes about 3.5 seconds to do that. What's the other one? The other one is what? The mighty bloater grenades. You throw a bloater grenade in there, you throw a flare, firecracker, or a Molotov cocktail, or whatever you want to do in there, and you can pretty much one tap a plague heart as fast as you can change between those items. So if you're looking TTK, those are going to be the weapons. If you're looking for most efficiently, the freaking power launcher is still exactly the same. It may take a couple extra shots to do it, but at the end of the day, you're still going to run the most effective way of killing a plague heart if you're looking to conserve ammo. So, is this nerf a nerf? No, it's not. It's not a nerf whatsoever. You still can kill pharaohs pretty easily with them. You don't take a whole lot of aiming to do it. You just kind of hit it around the general area, and you plug a couple pharaohs with it, and you're done. It's the easiest way to fight 3 pharaohs. As you guys know, Get Good Fox is GoPro, power launcher. He knows that weapon can bail you out of a tight jam, just like a shotgun can, and it's extremely effortless to do it. So if you're struggling with the game, the power launcher is gonna be kind of like your one up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For that sense. But if you're looking for the most efficient way of killing a plague heart to this day, it's still gonna be that. It takes two ammo to kill 3 or 4 plague hearts, probably. I haven't tested it now, but it used to do 4 to 5 with it.
Yeah, but at the beginning of the game, yeah, C4 and bloater grenades are not round, but you can pick up a pyro launcher.
Instant. Just call it in.
Yeah, that's right, and it's there. So,
You're right.
Right at the beginning of your game, yeah, maybe, but no, there's no skill in using it.
Well, I'm not going to get into the skill gap of weapons, but all I'm saying is that it's not really a nerf. I'm
No.
sorry. People were like
more
over.
of an appeasement.
It's more like what I call masking
It's
a
more of
nerf.
an appeasement.
They're masking like it's a nerf, but it's not a nerf, and people got all bent out of shape about it. The power launcher's over. There's nothing changed in my opinion. It's still going to be just as effective because it still takes 2 ammo to make 80 power launcher ammo. That's it.
But that's just like what they decided when they nerfed 50 cals. What did they do?
Yeah, they just shrunk the
They could go less
magazine, the
rounds. Yeah,
BFD, yeah, because the
that was
BFD
it.
used to hold 10.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So like I said, I don't know, man. I don't think it's a nerf. I think it's a mask of a nerf. It's a costume nerf. All right. So like I said, it's not a nerf in my opinion. It's just a mask of a nerf, and that people were spazzing out about it, and I don't think I don't think it's really that much to be worrying about. It's kind of like them trying to say that they're bringing weapons, one weapon down to bring them up to the other. No way. It takes how many ammo does it take to make 50 cal rounds, and how many 50 cal rounds can you make with one set of ammo?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It will never equate.
No.
How many plague hearts can you kill with those 50 cal rounds? It takes 6 to kill
Yeah.
a plague heart. So you do the math. There's no way. There's no way this is a nerf. So, and they would have increased the amount of ammo it took to make power launcher, and then they make the power launcher, really weak sauce, and then yeah, it's a nerf. But the power launcher will still be able to do exactly what it does, no problems. If you're looking for TTK, time to kill, that power launcher is not the weapon to do it with anyway. So.
No, definitely not.
So that is the hot button topic, guys. I think that'll wrap this up, guys. Unless you guys have anything else to talk about.
I don't think Bunddee's in here.
Yeah, he is.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
you
here.
are? Okay.
I just
Yeah,
didn't
he
have
is.
anything to say.
Yeah, he's extra quiet. So I think this will wrap it up,
No,
guys.
I was raised. If you have nothing to say, don't say nothing at all. That's how a
Exactly.
lot of times people spot off things that don't make sense, or they just talking just to talk. I don't do that. I'm Southern, man. I got Southern charm. I was taught that way.
Now you got Southern charisma, my dude.
Okay.
You know,
I'm not going
Re-
there.
I know Red wants to go there, but she's not going to. There's a difference. All right, man. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day, especially you, Red. You got to wake up extra early, being over there in the UK.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And Bunddee's from the United States of America in the South somewhere. Take your pick. Uh, I live in the swampy swamps of Florida, so take your pick where in Florida I live. And I'm happy that I'm able to talk to you guys, especially Red being from another country and Bunndee being from somewhere in the 50 states in in the South somewhere. So anyway,
To
yeah,
solve the
guys,
mystery, all they gotta do is sub to my channel, and they'll see
listen.
my video. It says exactly where I'm from, so
Boom,
there's no
boom,
secret.
boom, boom, boom. The music will give it away if they know where that music's from.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll give you a hint. They got some good ass French coffee and some beignets. If you know that, then you know where he's from.
Oh, yeah.
So see, Bunndee, I know what's up, my dude.
Yeah.
Café Dumont. I'll leave it at that. All right, man. So again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you guys for taking the time to do this podcast, and hopefully you guys had fun, and
Yeah, definitely.
and hopefully everybody else had fun listening to us, and maybe they'll leave. You know what, guys? Before I close, I want to thank everybody who watched the first one of these, the Prime Directives first episode. I never had so many engaging comments, and I had like people actually like write paragraphs,
Yeah.
and that was freaking awesome. So thank you, Solus, everybody else. I can't think of
LV.
them. Yeah, exactly. Everybody who left
Yeah.
like really cool comments and took the time to do that as well. So I appreciate that. Hopefully you guys will engage in this one as well the same way, and we can have some really cool discourse.
Oh,
And
yeah.
maybe by update 20 we'll do one more of these, or we hear some new news of State of Decay 3. So again, thank
And
you guys so
guys,
much.
be honest. And guys listening right now, isn't this better than just reading off a list of update?
I don't
Just
know, but
reading off a list. This is
that's
more
up
Yeah.
to
entertaining.
that's up to them to
Whatever's the
decide.
question, they'll have to let
Okay.
us know in the
All right.
comments.
All right, Bunndee. The question Bunndee wants to know from the 50 states in the South somewhere where they have beignets and Café du Monde. He wants to know if this is a better format than reading patch notes. That's up to them to decide, my dude. But again, thank you guys so much for the shares, the likes, and all that great stuff. You guys have a great day and night. Light, love, and peace. Congrexes checking out of the Prime Directive.